So today we're going to put the drift switch in the G35, but we're not talking about the drift switch that's already been made. Like, we're talking about a new one that solves every problem. I've looked it up, so y'all stick with me, enjoy the video, and I hope that this just like is the cleanest thing you guys have ever seen, and that is very helpful for those who may one day want this car and decide to do this. This car has many safety features. One is that when you hit the gas and you're on the brake, the computer automatically tries to limit the power of the gas. Another issue is that you're doing a donut and you're doing fine, and then out of nowhere it seems like your donut just stopped. There is a G-force sensor inside of the car that senses when you are basically throwing your car out of control too much, and then traction control kicks in. Another issue is that you cannot turn off ABS. Anti-lock braking system is on at all times. So if you ever feel like you want to be in full control of the vehicle, you cannot turn ABS off, especially on the track where it may or may not be useful to you. Now, the main problem is that you cannot turn off these three things at once unless you pull a fuse. So imagine, you go to a track, you go under the hood, you pull the fuse, you save the fuse. You're done at the track, you put the fuse back in the fuse box. Instead of taking fuses out or doing things like that, I just want to install a switch that will turn off all these systems at once. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this cover. This is on the passenger side. Here's the glove box. You slide your hand down and hit it. You just pull it down and pull it out. Next, you're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did 5 go? Oh, where's 5? There's 5. 5 is under here. 6 screws. So you twist the screw that's back here. This is the screw. You twist this to loosen. Going to pull it off. Just a little. There we go. There's another one down there. Let's give that one some persuasion too. Now, after removing all 6 screws, you will lower the glove compartment and unplug the 2 plugs right here. Screw 1 and screw 2 to remove this piece, which stops right here. Make sure your seat is far back enough so that you can pull it out once you remove the screws. There are clips everywhere, so you just pull away. Should be fairly easy to come off. Alright, make sure you disconnect your battery terminal. Alright, so I suggest, in order to remove the module from its base, you loosen or you disconnect this plug from the ECU. Alright, next, here's your VDC, TCS, and ABS control module. So there's a 1 bolt and 2 more up here. Remove those. Okay, so after you remove the module from its base, you're going to cut this zip tie so you can get more access to the wires. I'm just going to lift this up, push it all the way back, and rotate it out, and it will be disconnected. So next order of business is to take the electrical tape off of this spot right here. It's going to be wrapped around. Then you're going to locate the green wire with a red stripe. This is that wire. Green wire with a red stripe. It also has silver on it, silver dots. This is your pin number 1. Pin number 1 is located right here, the first pin. That pin is the power to this device. With that pin being disconnected or on a switch, you can remove power and apply power to it. It is a 10 amp fuse that is on the power, so you shouldn't have to worry about your switches not being strong enough to hold the power of switching on and off. So you're going to cut this and then put 2 wires there so you can run your switch.
The wire is now split.
One here, one here. You're going to place a wire here to extend and a wire here to extend to our switch, which is right here. Before you finish everything, make sure you test what you're doing first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the VDC TCS ABS control module back into its proper placement, plug everything back up, and have the wire disconnected. I'm going to check by turning on my ignition and seeing if the warning lights pop up. If they do, then we know that it works. So I'm going to connect my battery like so, and as normal, all my warning lights come on. But I'm looking for this ABS light to stay on and this VDC off light to stay on once I turn the car completely on. What do you know? They do. The handbrake light is on because my handbrake is actually up. So if I pull it down, you see that light goes away. But now we know that it works because it's plugged in, the wires disconnected, and the lights are on. Okay, so after you connect your red wires, make sure you solder these. That should be no question. Like, always solder, guys. It's a useful skill. It's a useful tool to ensure long-lasting connections. You put your heat shrink tubing over it. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to put this box back where it needs to be. Reassemble this area. Route our wires through to over here. All right, I know this is sort of cheating now because technically it's already up, but I'm going to show you how to do this part because I forgot. So here we are. So you put this on. Here's your shift knob, right? Twisty, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Take your shift knob off. I'm going to grab right here and just lift. Like literally, don't even think about trying anything else. Just lift it right here. There's like 500,000 videos on it already. So just lift right there. Have it in 4th gear, and then you're going to take the connections out. And that's how you get to this spot right here. You got it routed from back here all the way up. Got a first zip tie right here. And we keep going up. Second zip tie right here. Leave enough room because we know the glove compartment is going to fold up into this area. We have another zip tie here. I have another one here. And then we go behind and then through. And now we have plenty of wire for a switch. All right, everything is assembled back together. Look at that, no wire showing until we get right here. This is exactly what we wanted to do. So if you made it this far, props to you, props to all of your hard work, hey, you won the battle, but the war is not over yet. So let's go ahead and finish this. We have to wire the switch up and put it somewhere so that the car still looks normal. It's wired up here. I did my heat shrink and my solder. And here's the switch. In the middle. So you can either push it this way, have it in the middle, push it down. Now, let's check to see whether the switch actually works. When I use that ignition, the two lights, they stay on. That means I can go do burnouts, I can drift, I can, you know, be on the brakes and the gas at the same time. Nothing's gonna happen. Now let's turn it back off. Now let's flip the switch and see what happens. Now this time it should go off. And as you can see, it is going off. So now the car is running like it normally should from the factory without any sense that I have the switch in here. And that's pretty much a done deal. Like I'm really happy that I was able to do this. And I know it's never been done before. I'm just thankful that I was able to get it done. All right, so here it is. Everything's in. Shift through all my gears fine. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, reverse. We got all the gears, right? Working. Now I'm in neutral. My switch is right here. Heard that? So there it is. Let me show you where it's at. See it right there? So what I have done, I fed the wires right through here. So the wires are right there. Nothing else is touching. And so it's gonna sit right here. And it's gonna be anchored. It can't move too far left. It can't go over there because the shift boot is gonna hold it all right here. So there it is. Hidden away, more hidden than I could, you know, anybody could ever think of. But now you know where it's at for the whole world to know. All right, so here we are. Final test. Everything's back in. Everything's bolted up. And let's check it out. So, it's off right now. Let's see if it stays on. And it does. Now let's turn it back off and I'll hit the switch. I just hit the switch. Let's go back again. All right, hit the switch, here we go. And it turns off. We're good to go. Mission accomplished. All right, so just finished. Everything's done. I want to thank you all for watching the video. First and foremost. Second, yes, it's a lot of years late. I know. There's nobody that really probably cares about this anymore, but I hope this video helps you out a lot in doing this mod. If you would like to just keep your car looking exactly the same, but you actually put your car in race car mode. You know, I feel like a lot of people, they start taking things out of cars and then, you know, a year or two later they want to sell it because they just lost interest in the car. Well, now you just handicap yourself because your car doesn't have everything it needs. But this car does. It still has everything, and I just put everything on the switch. I'm so grateful that I was able to do this. Thank you to those service manuals. It helped out a whole lot. And thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day. See you next time. You're always welcome here. You love cars? I love cars. Hey, let's just keep it simple. Come back. Just keep coming back for more videos just like this one.